Hey guys, good morning. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It is 4 a.m. bright and early here in Connecticut on the East Coast. All right. This video, I debated what to talk about today. There's going to be a lot to talk about in the future. One of the things I've heard Trump supporters talk about, I don't know what else to call them. They're still Trump supporters. I think they've revealed themselves to be the people of the authoritarian party, really, more than the Republican Party. Honestly, I think there's now an authoritarian party. All right, and they're already talking about Trump Jr. 2024. So this isn't gonna go away, not by any stretch of the imagination. What I want to talk about though is a metaphor for the whole last 4 years. The press conference that was held at the Four Seasons lawn service building in Philadelphia yesterday. When I first saw this, my initial reaction was, oh, okay, they're trying to go for the working man here. It's probably some high-end lawn care thing. Maybe they're going for the working man. That's what I imagined when I saw Four Seasons landscaping. That the Trump campaign is holding a Rudy Giuliani and the Trump camp is holding a press conference at the Four Seasons landscape. And then as it played out, you can see Trump initially tweeted out that it was going to be at the Four Seasons. And then he sent out another tweet saying at Four Seasons landscaping. And it became obvious that this was a mistake. They made a mistake. This is the problem here. This has been the problem for the last 4 years. At that point, as soon as it became obvious that somebody made a phone call, Four Seasons, okay, can we come over and do a press conference? Sure, why not? Once it became obvious, they should have admitted their mistake. Look, it's a mistake. It was a clerical error. We're going to have it somewhere else. Because instead, they pushed through. They pushed through with it and had the press conference at the Four Seasons landscaping business between a porno store, a porno bookstore, and a crematorium on the outskirts of Philadelphia. Now, being a recovering addict, I am very familiar with neighborhoods like this. This is where a lot of my deals went down. Not a place, not a place to try to hold on to your presidency. Oh, God, no. So anyway, it plays out. And now there's pictures all over the internet of Rudy Giuliani standing in front of a garage door between a fire extinguisher and a yellow hose, having his press conference. And there's shots of him. Apparently, he didn't know that Biden was called president, even was officially called the winner. And he was told at that press conference. And on top of all this embarrassment of not admitting a simple clerical error, instead of just admitting it and moving it somewhere else, they had it there. And then on top of that, Giuliani didn't know. And there's pictures of him throwing his hands up in the air, typical crazy Rudy fashion. And this is going to go down in Trump, in the history of the Trump years. It started out with a ride down the escalator at Trump Tower, and it ended at in front of a landscaping garage between a porno store and a crematorium. That's where your presidency ended. That's where it went to die. Now, look, I'm not doing this to bust ass. What I'm busting ass about is not admitting your mistake. It's been the whole problem through this entire presidency, especially with the coronavirus right now. I wanted to talk about this. We're well over 100,000 yesterday, Saturday, 124 4,000. We're looking at going up to 200,000 cases a day. And with the deaths creeping up along with it. This is horrifying, horrifying numbers. Illinois, I believe, had 12,000 new cases yesterday. Again, if you look at world meters, it goes state by state, town by town, county by county. It's got all the information. And it's It's just truly horrifying. The way the Trump administration basically just washed their hands. It'll go away sometime. It'll go away. You know, eventually there's going to be a vaccine next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It'll go away. Herd mentality, herd immunity. You know, and this is a metaphor, an example of the last 4 years of them just doubling down on their mistakes, doubling down on just ignorance, of refusal to, just a pure refusal to see reality for what it is. One thing I've learned over the last 14 years, Steven Tyler, the song Dream On, you have to lose to know how to win. This is one of the things that is like a mantra in my life now. You know, there was actually a time where I thought I could mess around with OxyContin. I actually believed that I could snort heroin and get away with it. I really did. I thought I could use it casually on a Saturday afternoon, go back to work on Monday to Friday, and just do that. You know, because I'm tougher. I got immunity. You know, I got a stronger system than other people. I'm smarter, and I was wrong. I can't believe there was a time when I thought that. I was wrong. And this is the whole thing with recovery. If you guys ever saw the stickers, admitting you're powerless, it's a tough thing to do. It took me years to do it because it goes against human nature to say that I'm powerless. But it took me a long time to realize what that meant too. I'm powerless against my addiction. If I mess with this substance, I will lose, period. You know, and it's admitting your mistakes. That's made me who I am today. If I never did that, I'd be dead now or in jail, guaranteed. You have to admit your mistakes, and I constantly make mistakes, and you guys know this. And I will gladly admit when I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, and you learn from your mistakes. Just like getting in physical altercations when I was younger, I took more pride in losing fights, I think, than winning them, because you learn more from losing. There's no shame in losing. Not for me, not for most people. You learn from losing. And what we have now is a Trump campaign, a Trump administration that's just pushing through. And then his tweets recently saying, I won. I had 71 legal ballots. He doesn't mention that Biden had 75 million. I don't know if he's trying to imply that there was 5 million people out there that were liars, that voted illegally. He's just insulting our democracy and the people of this country at this point. And again, I think it's just a metaphor for what's going on for the last 4 years. The idea that my opinion means more than your science or this doctor or might makes right. You know, the people that saw Donald Trump as strong and manly. I saw this many times that only weak people think Donald Trump is strong. That pretty much says it all. A strong person admits his weaknesses and overcomes them. He admits when he's wrong. And this fiasco, it would have been better to just admit they made a mistake with the Four Seasons Hotel versus the Four Seasons Landscaping, and to push through with this. There's forever going to be pictures of Rudy Giuliani in front of a garage door next to a fire extinguisher and a yellow hose with his hands up in the air and that crazy Rudy face. And That's where the Trump years go to die. All right, you guys have a good Sunday. I'll be back later with another video.